Oh, yes, he's an awesome, awesome God. Welcome to Sabbath Blessings for You. I'm so glad you have joined us today, and we're so glad to have you. That was the not the Hillcrest, the Northside Seventh-day Adventist Church Youth Choir under the directions of JT, who is Joyce Thomas, and Monica Henderson back in 2011. And I mean, those kids sang. Good Sabbath, and I hope all is well. I want to read this Psalms to you. Psalms 121. It says, I will lift mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel, he shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. And that is exactly my prayer and my appreciation to God for what he has done. We had a great time last night with Brenda Blackman Wood. I must say that recording got cut off somehow, but I reloaded it and it's back on so you can hear all of it. You got 45 minutes and it was an hour and 15-minute program. So you might want to go back and just hear some of the things. So we pulled out some old Aeolians music and pulled out some of her old solos when she used to sing in the Aeolians. And so it was a great time. I also want to give credit to Ted Rivers because we were able to pull some of those old Aeolian tapes from his Precious Memories volume. Because back in the late 70s, early 80s, Ted Rivers was recording, keeping up with what was going on campus the way we used to do it until we got into the digital world and, our church be able to get equipment and stuff. But Teddy was able to preserve a lot of our old memories. And we had a lot of that from they showed some of those tapes from 2020 this year from Alumni Association, Alumni Weekend. So I'm just glad to be in the land of the living. Like I told somebody the other day, I'm glad to be seen and not viewed. Also want to give credit and attention to the following. One, that of Brenda Lowe, Brenda Hall Lowe. She graduates tonight. And so we're not going to be here until 8 o'clock because I want to see the graduation as well from Oakwood. And Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T., he's going to be speaking for the graduation. But I want to give reference to Brenda Hall and her graduation. Brenda is a very good friend of mine. We went to Oakwood back many, many years ago. And Brenda had to leave. She didn't have to leave, but she left Oakwood and she didn't return. In the meantime, she's had a family. And what Brenda has done is elected to come back to school after all those years and finish what she started. And also want to congratulate her husband, and her family for that opportunity. Also want to congratulate my second cousin, DeAndre Baynard. If you know Dion Baynard and Laura Baynard, that is their son. And he graduated from fire school. He's a fireman. And he graduated from fire school. So we want to give him congratulations. So we're going to go to now another song that we did back at Oakwood back in the day. I used to play with a band. The band was called Inspirations. And the time we played for Inspirations, we almost got kicked out because they were determined to not let us play. But here we go. We're going to play Inspirations. This is at Oakwood back in 1991, Alumni Weekend. And we did Warfaring Stranger.
Now, of course, every year we have to have representation from instrumentation. And tonight, special instrumental praise by a group of young men, both current and alumnus of Oakwood College. And I got to be just a little bit biased because the guy that I grew up with, and it just so happens he grew a little bit more than me, is on piano. My good friend Darrell Alexander on piano from the class of 1980, I think. Kenny Christmas. These are people I knew when I was here. Hello. So please welcome. Is that Roland? Roland Gresham on guitar. And together they are Inspiration. Let's give it to them, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause for Inspiration.
Play, Dumas. There's Lamont playing the bass.
Kenny Christmas on flute.
Oh man, that was fun that year. That was in 1991. I had gone back to Oakwood for alumni weekend, and we really didn't have time to practice that song. We just got a key, and if you notice at the end, myself, the drummer, the bass player, we were just looking at each other because we didn't know when to stop. And then I decided to go ahead and stop it and slow it down, and we stopped. But that was Warfaring Stranger. I'll never forget, we were barred from playing at Oakwood after that, but we sure had a good time playing that song, I tell you. Talking about oldies yesterday with Brenda Blackman Woods. She and her family were there that weekend, and she had me dying laughing. I remember specifically, she came up to me and she said, Daryl, only thing you need was a little smoke down there, and we would have thought we was at the nightclub. And I just started laughing. But you know, music has come a long way since then, and that right there is holy music compared to what's going on out there now. So I want to bring that to your attention. I want to go now to another song that we did years ago. It's a mixture of We Shall Overcome and Someday. Being that John Lewis just died and we're still going through these racial tensions and so many things going on. I just read today that a lady who was 7 months pregnant, Black woman, was sitting in her car eating ice cream. And the police, I think from somewhere, Lexington or Louisville, had her get out of her car, faced her down on the ground, and locked her up because somebody had gotten a call and reported her tag of her car saying that someone got it and started shooting, and that wasn't even her. So these things are still going on in America, y'all, and we just have to pray. And we have to march on, and we just have to make sure we vote because that makes a difference. So I'm going to play this song, We Shall Overcome, and Someday. Here we go. Yes, we're going to overcome one day through this world of sin and degradation and what we are having to deal with. Because we got earthquakes going on, we got hurricanes going on, we have COVID-19, people dying every day, and now we're managing over 1,000 people a day in the United States. I don't care what they say, we better learn to keep our mask on and learn how to try to be careful of getting in contact with people. I look at some of these old videos and it looks so far away because people are talking and hugging and kissing and holding hands, seeing people at church, you're hugging them and all that, but all that's out the window right now. You know, I had a situation where I had to play a couple of nights ago at a place, and they had a congregation there, but I had my mask and all that kind of stuff. And a lady came up to me and wanted to hug me. I was like, oh, no, not now. She said, well, okay, because, you know, I don't know what's going on. And so I'm learning. If you don't speak for yourself, no one else is going to speak. That Cain man went on to 45's program out in Arizona, and he is no longer. He's gone. So this thing is killing people and hurting people. Okay, we're not going to stay long tonight. I want to go back to another song. This is a good friend of mine. His name is Jimmy Will Anderson, and he is an awesome musician. And I talked with Jimmy Will a little bit before the program, and I asked him, could I use his piece of Someday? And when I tell you he's playing the mess out of this song, he's playing the mess of the song. Go to YouTube, go to CD Baby, look for his music on Amazon, on Apple. Look for Jimmy Will Anderson's music, because it's music that you will enjoy. And here it is. He does Someday. I want to add it to the screen. And he does this song featuring Sherry Margrave. Hear ye them someday. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Someday, my goodness, Jimmy Wall, that was beautiful. Wasn't that beautiful? I felt like I was getting a taste of heaven right there. I'm telling you, you got to go support Jimmy Well because he's an excellent musician. He's a very humble musician, and he's an awesome piano player. He and his wife. But I want to share that with you today. It's called Someday. And he was featuring Sherry Margrave in that for him. I'm going to go to another song. There was a representation. Someone wanted me to do a song, Greatest Thy Faithfulness. I don't know which one they wanted. So you're going to hear two different versions. One is one I did the other night live. Another one is one that I did a while back. But this is Great is Thy Faithfulness. For the song Great is Thy Faithfulness, right? Okay, so and this is another thing. I got 5 T-shirts today in the mail. I don't know who sent these shirts, and I didn't order nothing. You don't have no money, you ain't order nothing. But someone sent me 5 T-shirts. It's a black T-shirt and it has white writing that says "Not today, cancer," and I thought that was cute. And they sent it in my size, so I can wear it. But I want to play briefly Great is Thy Faithfulness for you, Carmen, and for your audience. Okay, so that went out. So we'll just go. I wasn't expecting that. So what we'll do, we'll just go to one here. Wow. Let me see if this is. Oh, wow. That was a surprise. Okay. We're going to try this. I think this is it right here. This is crazy. I didn't plan for this. I promise you. got the right one. Yes, God is faithful. That was great is thy faithfulness. And we know that he's faithful because we wake up every day, those of us who do, and he guides us along the way. And so we're just so grateful for God for being so faithful and so thankful for you all for joining us. We're almost through, believe it or not, because we want to give people time to get set up and ready for graduation tonight. It's at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And we're going to go for a few more minutes. And then after that, we're going to let you go for the Sabbath Vespers for tonight. But make sure you join us next Friday night. We got some exciting things coming up along. And for those who were not able to see the fullness of last night with Brenda Woods, I have admitted it to OUAA and to my page and to some other pages so that you can see at least the end of it because it was really good. And again, I want to thank Brenda for joining us the other day. I have another friend of mine that's coming on, and his name is David Charles Griffith. David Charles Griffith. He has a morning program. He sings one or maybe two songs at the most, plays and sings, and he's an excellent musician. I was going to do this last night, and we got so carried away that I didn't get a chance to do it last night, but they gave me permission that I could use it. And I want to use it today. It's called Precious Memory, Precious Lord, Take My Hand. He did it as a can't think of the word, as a dedication to John Robert Lewis during his death. So I want to play his song, Precious Lord, Take My Hand. Here we go.
Welcome to morning worship.
What is wrong with these? Wow. Now I had all this stuff set up. So we're going to have to go over here. So I don't want to leave you like that. We're going to pull up some stuff. I'm just going to play a song here. Lead Me. That was an impromptu. I wasn't expecting that song not to appear. It just stopped. And I'm going back to see why it stopped real quick to see if I can bring it up. Because it's such a good song. And I want to bring it before you. I'm going to see if I can find it right quick. Because this is David Charles Griffith doing Precious Lord. And for some reason, I don't even see it, like it has disappeared. It said, oh, I found it. It said we're having trouble with that. They're having trouble with it. So we won't be doing that. So I'm going to end with one more song. And we thank you for joining us. And I don't know what I'm going to do. But we're going to find something to do here. And here we go. Nope. Here we go. It's going to be left to me. Here we go. We'll find something. I just want to play this for you. at the end, I decided to just go ahead and play Precious Lord, since I promised you, and it went out. But I want to thank you all for joining us tonight, and appreciate your sharing it. And let's support Oakwood in their graduation in about an hour. So I want to thank you all again for joining me. And if you have some songs you want us to do, just let me know. Send them to me and we'll work on them for next week and have you. Thank you, Jimmy Will, for joining us. And thank all of you all for joining us. Thank you for sharing it. Let's have a rest of the Sabbath and let's enjoy graduation. God bless you all. And thank you again for you all joining us today. Thank you. Bye-bye.